The new program is called The Guest House. It's called The Guest House because of Rumi's poem, The Guest House, and I invite anybody to read it. And it talks about inviting in the pain and the sadness and the sorrow and the grief along with the joy. And, that's one of the imperatives. We absolutely have to be able to make a space where we can bring in safely the pain, the grief, the sadness. Um, our, our clients, we call it the black dot, that black dot of pain where we have to go to. And oftentimes I'll go over to the guest house and ask our folks what's going on. I'm in the black dot, and you can see they're walking the property, or they're over with the horses, comforting themselves, or they're finding a space of safety, and they're in the black dot and allowing themselves to be in the pain. Now, the only way that can happen is for us to create a place of safety, a place of comfort, um, uh, and that happens with the people who are working there. Now, most of the people who work for me have been in treatment with us at one time or another, and they usually are the clients who have been with me 2 or 3 times. They're the ones that were most difficult, if you want
Right.
to frame it that way.
Mm-hmm.
It and I love it, because what has happened to them is this incredible miracle of coming back 2 or 3 times to treatment with us after maybe being in treatment 10 times somewhere else, and being able to have that process happen. So now they're working with our guests. We call them guests, and they've got it. They know. So we're creating the energy in treatment by having people who are loving and compassionate. The number one rule is that we never give up. And the staff are people who we never gave up on, and we don't. And they can say that to our guests, you may not get it this time, but we're not going to give up on you. We're going to call you. We're going to email you. We're going to be on the phone with you, repeatedly. We're not going to give up on you. So we're not going to let you give up on yourself. But there cannot be judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to hear the stories, as you know, and sometimes the stories as deep as my trauma story is. There are trauma stories that just take my breath away, and at that point, I'm always going to say to a client, "How amazing that you survived that!" And that's the beginning of being able to give someone a place to know that they have some resilience. So we have to be able to help our clients recognize how resilient they really are, that they've survived what they've survived. But we can't judge. And the minute someone tells a story and your face reflects fear, terror, or judgment, they'll stop.
Go to KilobyCenter.com, Radical Recovery Summit, to see the full schedule of speakers and to register to watch these free online September 23rd and 24th in the Radical Recovery Summit 2017.